Hi, Gayle Fuguitt, CEO, President of the Advertising Research Foundation. I'm here with Atilla Cansun.
Hello, I'm Atilla Cansun. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Merck Consumer Health.
Share with folks, what's the symbolism, the importance, and the meaning of 100 years to you?
Absolutely. So We100 is a brand that we have created as a neutral brand that signifies and expresses the essence of a dream we have as Merck Consumer Health.
I love that.
To prepare the society for a new era that's already come upon us, where humans live 100 years or even more. You have all the right to ask for it and wish for it. You just need to plan for it and express it in simple terms that the piece around living longer, it's a reality. But the piece that is really alarming, based on what people feed back to us from Malaysia to Germany to everywhere, is that the society and the system and the institutions, the education system, the corporate world, the governments, the healthcare system, they're just not ready and they're not responding, they're not reacting to the fact that the parameters, the longevity of life and the quality expectations have changed dramatically. And it's appalling at the moment. And it's for good reasons it has developed this way. It's just an observation, and that piece is the revelation.
And then you went through those other layers.
And the other layers about the attitude towards elderly people and how, as in the research you see,
so there's ageism.
As of 50, there's a magical turning point where folks do not perceive anywhere.
Talk about your head, heart, and gut.
We're jointly creating for the kids as you engage, which ones are the topics that you need to, which ones are the essentials of those 100 years marathon that you need to instill into kids, and then pick up at different parts of your education all the way through university, so you're really well equipped to take care of yourself. At a later stage in your life, what could I contribute and learn from an 80-year-old, which inspired then the thought of having We for You. So release people, so I'm talking about Merck Consumer Health, release the 3,500, however many people, for 3 weeks. They go out in an organized way to interact with elderly and do, let's say, for lack of a better wording, crash courses, workshops with
grassroots.
them. Exactly.
Grassroots.
How to leverage technology for people who have brilliant content to seed it, inject it, spread it.
Do you see that as research? I'm curious about the new research.
We ask the average Joe, literally, really the representation of the society as we go for it. For, as a matter of example, Malaysia, Germany, Kenya, Chile, and we'll look at the representative base of people, is the average Joe, that tell you, and it's fascinating, as plainly and as simply, that they're needing in certain areas, if they're in a certain age bracket, a little bit of a help to realize that their body is the most brittle in the bones and in the joints, that they need to take care of their nervous system, not only the brain, but also the peripheral system. So they express it differently, that they may be having, some concerns of numbness, tingling, eye twitching. That's all part of aging. No, you need to take care of your nerves so it lasts another 20 years and it serves you well. Each of those territories are going to be part of the two programs, either for Healthy Hour, which will engage, we talked about in the Inspiration Staging Plan, for Africa. That's going to be our priority.
Okay.
For various reasons. And for the We for You, as we engage as a company and starting out only with those 3,000 people, but opening up to whomever, good-hearted individuals, corporations to join in to take out and determine piece of time, chunk of time from the year. You go out, join the club, and see where it takes us. About your competition.
Talk about marketing, advertising, and research, like the roles.
For us, it has not been a big change because the past 3 years, also from a brand building perspective, we had made the choice to go for emotions, to distinguish and differentiate, to push, trigger, from a brand building perspective, the emotional content, stories that people will memorize, content that will mean something to people, rather than what has been happening in the healthcare industry.
That becomes your creative.
That becomes the focus of the creative.
And you've got 2 times the sales you had when you joined. Exactly. What's the key to your success?
We have grown twice as fast as the marketplace.
Right.
So we have added quite some business on top behind this choice of creating love brands. We feel very good about. But for the people, to your question, it's an evolution. As you engage on this way of creating communication, measuring also from a market research perspective, emotions, right? There's great, interesting research on how people react, engage, involve, and bring, and their commitment to a brand and
Yes.
to a product increases exponentially more
Yeah.
versus the conventional industry convention of talking, 1 day more, 2 days more, 5 days more, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, so much, 40% less headache, these things. So this next step
Got it.
of the V100 was a natural next step because it's the ultimate of emotions, it's touching your life.
What are your characteristics?
My forte that gives me energy, that gives me passion is again the people. I get inspired by the stimulus that I get from others.
Yes.
And I build on them, and I take the time to digest, to learn from, regardless of the hierarchy, from anybody that receives me at the reception to some of the CMOs that are hopping around in Cannes. The second thing is that I do things that I truly believe in, and they then happen to bloom also.
What is it going to take to reflect the population the way that we are?
It's something that comes very naturally to us at Merck Consumer Health, where we define diversity as reflecting the consumers that we're serving, the doctors, the pharmacists that we're working with, right? So it's not as the quotas and the numbers again, but it's feeling for the reality, for the moment of what we're looking at.
Being. It has been such an honor to meet you and to chat with you
about
this amazing initiative that you have.